Absolutely, luxury brands are growing roughly about 11% per annum in South Africa, and they're predicted to grow approximately over 20% throughout Africa. I know that there's some figures where people are talking about 50% growth, etc., but I think conservatively, if you're looking realistically, I think you're looking at about a 23 to 25% growth. And the reason why is because of an extremely low base. So when you have a low base, you can say a 50 or a 60% growth. Yes, sure, that might be an isolated, but I think in general terms, it's a very, very attractive proposition for most international brands looking to gain a foothold into an emerging market. China and America and Europe has slowed down considerably, obviously through the fallout from the economic crisis, and so those markets are recovering slowly. But the African market of oil and gas discoveries are growing, and that's literally it's been fueled off the back of those discoveries. So what you're creating is a very fast emerging market that's enjoying bling, that's enjoying gong, that's enjoying all the well-known brands. So it's a very put it this way, the market needs to be educated in terms of what a luxury brand actually is. But I think it's all more about buying the brand and what the brand stands for and what the brand does for you. So the rationale behind buying a luxury brand in a more developed market, for example, some stratas in South Africa and obviously into Europe and the American market is different. Whereas in the American market is established, whereas in the South African and African market, a lot of it is to do with I have the brand, I can afford it, look at me, as opposed to I have the brand, this is what it says about me and how people wear it and what they do with the brand. So it's a very exciting time to be a luxury brand and looking to explore your market into Africa, but it's a very market you have to approach with a lot of caution, and there's various ways that you can approach that market. And I think for a lot of people, if they try to do the standalone store and they look to put a long-term investment in it, it needs to be very astutely researched, and you need to have long and deep pockets to be able to invest and to walk the course with it, because there's a lot of issues in place in the African market specifically that the established markets don't have. I mean, anything from rolling blackouts to corruption, etc., are elements that you're not necessarily going to find in your established market. So hence the deep pockets. However, if you are prepared to align your brand from a franchise model to somebody to manage on your behalf, you have to do a lot of due diligence so that you appoint the right partner to manage the brand with you, because that would be the only outsourced element attributed to your brand, and they would have to represent you when you're not there. So in the African market, if you're looking to gain a foothold and you're looking to try and get on the ground knowledge from people to say, well, these guys have been here before, they represent similar brands, so we would like to align with them, best to do some good research to align yourself with the right partner. Alternatively, you go in yourself, as I said, but with a big checkbook. In the more developed markets, it's relatively easy. You have various ways. With a luxury brand, it's all about creating a brand. So you can take your billboards, you can take your above the line and below the line strategy, and you can segment an annual marketing strategy that covers all those elements. And visibility is crucial, placement is crucial, and also being seen in the right shopping centers if it's a retail brand, aligned with the right brands. All those sort of intricacies that go towards building a luxury brand are pretty straightforward. Desirability, celebrity endorsement, all those things are vital. That's for the basic luxury brand. But when you're moving towards your top-end luxury brands, it's more about very much more about the experience. So I think in that environment, people that are buying a top-end vehicle, they want to do it necessarily in private. They don't want to do it in conjunction with a showroom full of people. So essentially what would happen there is they would get a phone call from the agent to say, I've got this vehicle that you've ordered, would you like us to deliver it for you, or would you like to come collect it? If the guy decides to come and collect it, he will get a very limited bottle of champagne or a special bottle of wine, whatever that dealership would have predetermined is his preference. So if it's watches, if it's wine, whatever, that would be part of the cost built into the product. Because as I said, it's not about the product, it's actually about the experience. So if he walks away with a limited edition Ferrari or Aston Martin, and he's got a very special, unique gift that's been given to him personally, that's more important for him than actually necessarily driving the vehicle. The vehicle's fun, yes, but it's the recognition, it's the ownership of that experience which is vital for him. So those are the sort of differences that you will find. And in terms of being able to interact with communities of people, I think association with other similarly positioned brands is important, and to be able to leverage off their clientele and be able to cross-market yourself within different experiences is also a very astute way of reaching your pre-qualified high net worth individuals.